100-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Blues and the Cleveland Browns. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
Yeah, I got you.
Let it go.
56 to Mike.
Let's go.
Off play action. Herbert. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory.
Let's go.
A big play there on the first play of the game. 63 yards.
First down, Chicago.
So from their own 20 all the way to the red zone now. A chance to capitalize on 1st and 10. They run on first down with Jackson. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Browns' 15-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Get ready. 56 to Mike, boy.
Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go.
Buying time to his left. That's caught by Jackson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Down. 70. Indy. X3. 218. Chopper. Ready.
Looking to throw. Herbert. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
56. I'm coming after you. Rock it. Check.
Now.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Jackson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Mike 56.
Alert, 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 alert.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. He did it again. And now running right through it. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really get...
It got his man complete. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
56 is the mic.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Pick it up, G.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
56. Watch the out, watch the out. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Check 24, check 24.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the 1st down carry and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. From the gun, Mayfield. And he's able to find Diggs. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
56.
Come on, boy.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Don't be scared of it.
Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
Check it out.
It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Pistol, pistol, pistol.
56 is the mic. 56 is the mic.
Hey, orbit.
Pull it together. Mike 56. Mike.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. A call in luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3-and-out. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. To throw again. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Bravo! You're out!
From the gun, Herbert. Complete to Jones. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Give him 30 yards there. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Look at me. Door.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
61, matchbox, light, and ready.
1st down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to get this inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On 1st down, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First and 10 at the
56. Go. Go. Jack. Out.
Run.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill.
Now Hunt. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Got it.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. A big pickup of 38. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You know I love football. You know I love the game.
I hope so.
But nighttime in December, you know I'm wearing multiple coats. So I just wonder about the guys on the field with all the great gear that they have. Do they have enough on, or do they have too much on? Because sometimes that can affect you trying to carry the ball.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. He's got a first down past the 30. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt, 83 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Looking to throw. Herbert. Caught by Allen. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Ready. 70, Indy.
They're running it. Wide. Get wide. Hey, watch it.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Mike, 56.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert.
Put that team on the front.
can't get away, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
King.
56. Mike, 50.
Hey, seam 6.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Intended that time for Cooper, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Alert!
To throw, Mayfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Intended for Stephon Diggs. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Williams to return. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll run it here with Hunt. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Let's go.
Hey, alert!
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively.
Real.
Mike 56, Mike 50.
Hey, Alpha.
Okay, just like that.
Mayfield going up top. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
first kick 47. This one looks good as well. On the return is Williams. That'll be a 47-yard punt officially, 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Off the play fake. Herbert. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. Set. 15 line. 15 line.
Throwing on first down. Herbert. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Five. Check. Squeeze.
Back to throw. Herbert looking downfield for Jones. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a gain of 34. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Williams. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. I'm going to run you over. Watch safety creep.
To throw on second down. Herbert. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
Leo. Rock 2.
To throw on third down. Herbert. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
Let's go.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They run with Jackson out of the gun. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
94.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. There goes Martin, first down and more. And Martin's got it complete. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. First target, first catch at a first down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Let's go.
On the ground, this is Jackson. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it's Jackson as he'll stay on the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the conditions miserable for a kicker and a holder, but this one's good, and with it, they take the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Check 26, check 26.
They'll run on first down. Hunt. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. They run again with Hunt. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Check 56. Come off the ball. Watch the ship.
On first down, it's Gibson. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. Show it up. Show it up. SOS. 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 SOS.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10.
6 guys. Check up. Hey. Point it right. Point it right. Point it right. 24.
They'll run on first down. Watson down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Protein spill.
On the counter, Hunt. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd and 10. They'll run again with Hunt. And that play is blown up. up, losing yardage back at the 35. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And this is off the crossbar. Denied a chance to take the lead, but to no avail. He had it online, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. So the solid run on 1st, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all on your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. On 2nd down, this is Jackson, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but this...
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Jackson with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Throwing, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Here we go. Set. 10 logo.
56. Here it goes. Slam.
Get it.
Off play action. Herbert. Looking deep for Julio. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Charlie.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. It's caught by Davis. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. On 3rd down, here's Hunt. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
6 man. Real. Check cross.
Hey, alert 33.
56 to Musk, boy.
Hey, echo.
56.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
69. Now.
On 1st down, it's Jackson. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run again with Jackson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake.
And that's caught inside the 35. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. One last shot from Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old